Hi guys. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to class guys. Welcome to class. So in today's video, I'm trying to do my makeup in 30 minutes. So I'm going out and I need to be done in 30 minutes. My friend is literally coming to pick me in 30 minutes. So let's get into this. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be spraying my face. Guys, I have to work so quickly because if I'm not done, my friend is going to leave me. So, whew. So this spray is from Sephora. It's the Mario Badescu. You can get it at Sephora and it contains like rose water. It contains herb sprays. I like to use any spray that has rose water. I just love the moisturizing effect that it has. So I would always endorse a rose water spray. So anyway, I'm just blowing this to dry, and the next thing I'm going to be doing is to apply a serum to my face. So I'm using this to like replace my toner because this is a very hydrating spray. So I'm not going to be toning my face. I'm just going to spray and then apply serum, moisturize, and then go into this makeup tutorial. So this is the moisturizer I like to use. It's the Glow Serum from Beauty of Johnson. This is a very hydrating spray, so I like to apply a lot on my skin. So I'm going to be using my hands like so, just to massage it onto my skin. So I'm just massaging, and to the forehead. And I'm just going to be pressing it into my skin like so. Guys, that first spray smells so good. I love it. So I have a fan. Jesus. Okay, I'm just blowing this down. Guys, I'm in such a hurry. I really hope I can pull this off. Or else I'll just have to go out with half makeup. So let's do this, let's try as much as possible to get this done. Hi guys, welcome to my live. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenna and I am a makeup artist based in Canada. And I do a live video every day doing makeup tutorials. So welcome to class, welcome to my class. So I like to apply moisturizer and I'm using this brand from e.l.f., the Holy Hydration. And I like to pair it with this one. It's also from the Holy Hydration kit. This is their thirst drop. So I like to mix it. It has some kind of like iridescent glow in it. So I really love that. So I like to mix both of them together. And then I will just be moisturizing my face with that. So for me, I like my skin really glowing underneath my makeup. So I like to apply a good amount of moisturizer. So I'm just pressing it in. I like to make sure that under my eyes are also well moisturized, because depending on your skin type, it could be really dry. So you want to make sure that that place is really hydrated, is really moisturized. So I'm just pressing it in. And then I will be blowing it down. Oh boy, 4 minutes into my time. That means I'm left with 26 minutes. Okay. I'm just going to blow this down. Hello, Ahmed. I do not speak Arabic, so I don't know what you wrote. Okay, so I'm just blowing this down. And this is what it looks like, guys. I like to press into my skin like so. And I just want to make sure that it's really dry before I go ahead and apply the next product. All right, guys. So the next thing I'll be using is my primer, and I like to use this one, the Milk Hydro Grip, and I'll be using this. Hi lemons, welcome to my live. How are you? Where are you watching from? So this I'm just pressing in. I like to use my hand to apply my primer. You can definitely use a brush, but this is pretty good for me. So this is the last product. Oh, ciao. How are you? So I like to press the product into my skin like so with my hand. You can definitely use a brush. But the thing with the primer is it's really sticky, so you want to make sure that you've dried it down before you apply anything on your face. So I like to make sure that my nose is well primed because it tends to be oily. You love the painting. Oh, thank you. Everybody just tends to love this painting. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to go over my skin prep again. I like to use a toner, and you can use this one, the Thayers, or any other brand of your choice. And sometimes if I don't want to use the toner, I could just spray with this spray. It has rose water and some herbs, aloe herbs. Then I like to moisturize. But before that, I like to prime and use this serum. It's a very moisturizing serum. Then I use my moisturizer, and the last step is my primer. So now that I am done prepping my face, I am going to go straight in. I know rose water is really good. It smells good and is really hydrating. So I love it. It's a plus for me. So now I'm going to be going ahead to apply my foundation, and for my foundation I am going to be using the Maybelline, and I'll be mixing it with this brand called V Beauty. So I'm mixing them together just to get the closest to my skin tone. So I have a mixing palette here, and I'm going to be putting a few drops of both, and I will be mixing it. So I've gotten a good amount. Oh god, I am nervous, guys. I'm trying to rush. Almost 8 minutes. I have just 22 minutes. Oh my goodness, this is almost like a disaster. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, now that I've mixed it properly, I'm going to go ahead and apply it. I like to use a spoolie brush to mix it, and using that spoolie brush I'll be applying the product on my skin like so. And I'm going to be doing the same thing. So now I notice that even in the mix it's still slightly lighter. No worries, I'm going to be using the darker one to tone it down just a bit. And I'm going to get the dark one to one side, and I'm going to take a little bit of it and just put that on top like so for the top. And now this is my trick to getting my foundation like really blended. Oh, thank you for subscribing, and I will see you later. So I like to spray, and I'm going to be using the rose water spray. Now what this does is it really breaks down the product for you, and it's so much easier to blend, especially if you're using a very thick formula that has like a very it's stressful, like it's almost like you're doing arm day to blend your makeup. So spraying it helps you. I like to use my beauty blender. As you can see, I put some water. It's damp, so it has doubled in size. So I like to press it into my skin like so. And I'm just going from left to right, just making sure it has gone into my skin, just like so. And this is what we're looking like, guys. And I'm just gonna keep pressing it in until I've gotten a good coverage. I'm gonna take some of that and apply it to my neck Most times I don't like to apply it to my neck just because I have like like cologne on or some sprays to it could interfere with that. Plus, if you're going to like a moist place, your neck could sweat and it's just going to make your makeup look weird. So I always prefer to use a powder as opposed to a foundation on my neck. But it's night and it's pretty cold, so I'm good. So this is what it looks like so far. Good. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to be contouring. Guys, I'm 10 minutes into my time. That means I have 20 minutes left. Okay. I'm going to contour. And to contour, I'll be using 2 shades of this foundation. This is the V Beauty. I'm using the Ebony 9 and Maroon 8, which was the one I used to mix my foundation. Now, I would have loved to use the Ebony 8, sorry, the Maroon 8, but it's still a little too close to my skin shade. It's like 1 step darker, right? So it really won't show anything, right? So I like to use the 2 shades that are darker, and I'm going to be using a brush to do this one, and I'll be pressing it into my skin like so. The idea is to get it really blended, so I'm just going to keep on pressing it until it blends into my skin. And as you can see, it's blending seamlessly. This is why you need to use at least 2 shades darker. Anything, some people might use 3 shades darker, but I find that it's just exaggerating. Your natural contour is not that dark. So I'm going to be using the brush, pressing it in, and I'll switch to my beauty blender. I'm going to pick some of the products. Always make sure that you have product on your beauty sponge. It's going to have it's going to prevent lifting the products from your skin. So I'm just blending it in like so. This is what it looks like so far. I think I like it. I'm just going to touch the forehead just a little bit. Oh guys, 12 minutes. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to be taking my highlighter, and to highlight I'll be using the Maybelline brand. And where is the highlight? But before that, sorry guys, blush first. I like to put my blush and just pair it on top of the contour and then blend it in. Okay, and for my blush I like to use the Rare Beauty. This is what I'm using, placing it on my skin just here. This is where I'm placing it, just like so. This is what it looks like. And now I'll be using the same brush that I used to contour to apply my blush. I find that it makes it blend smoothly, so I recommend. So I'm putting it in an upward angle just to sculpt my face in. Doing the same thing here. I'm just pressing it. So this is what it looks like. Guys, I think I don't have time anymore. My friend just literally texted me that she's coming. So I guess this makeup is going to be like 20 minutes max. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to get my highlight and I'm going to place it. So I like to place it here, here, my forehead first. And then I'm going to place under my eyes. So this is how I'm placing it. Now I'm going to be using the beauty blender. I'm going to apply some of the products to my mixing palette, and then I'll be picking it from there, like so. And then I'll be pressing it in. So this is why your beauty sponge should be damp. It makes the blending easier. And it gives you a very smooth velvety finish. So this is what I am doing. Just pressing it in. Like so. Okay. Now I'm going to do under my eye, and as a good tip, I like to keep my setting powder close by so that I can set under the eye immediately I'm done with it. So I'm taking this and I'm just blending this, looking upwards. I like to blend it outwards and then do under here. Okay, 15 minutes in. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here, blending it out. And I'm looking up. So this looks good already. I like to take some of that product from the Beauty Blender and just put on my eyelid. And now, immediately I'm going to go ahead and set. I'm doing the same thing here. Just setting all of that. I'm going to do the same for here. Doing the same thing here. Okay. I like to press it in. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my contour and my blush. And to do that, I love to use my powder palette. I would always recommend the powder palette because you have lots of shades, especially if you're like a makeup artist. Having the powder palette helps you work with like so many shades. I like to tap off the excess and just press it onto my skin like so. Alright guys, 17 minutes in. And then I'm going to be setting my blush. And to do that, I'm using a blush palette as well. This is the CPD blush. And I'm picking this orange peachy shade. I'm just placing it like so. Just blending it into that contour. Okay, I think my friend is here, guys. This has been hilarious. I thought I was gonna make it to 30 minutes, but I guess not. So this is what we're looking like. I'm going to set the rest of my face using that same powder palette. I like to pick up the powder, tapping the excess off. Don't forget, you put foundation on your neck, you have to blend it. So you have to set it with the powder. This is what I'm doing. Yes, guys, she's outside. I guess that's the end of this makeup tutorial, guys. This was a disaster, I'm telling you. So, I'm just going to finish with the powder work. I'm going to spray, and then I'm just going to put a lip gloss. I guess that ends the makeup. So I'm getting my powder, I'm finishing this off. And I'm just finishing this off. Okay, and I'm just going to do my brows. What I like to do is just to put a teeny bit. I'm going to set it just because I can't really work in it. So I'm just going to set it in place so that it's really in place. I used some hair gel. This is going to keep it staying in place. And then I'm picking the setting powder and I'm going to set that brow. Thank God my brows are well done, so I don't really have to work on them. So I'm going to just be applying a mascara. Like so. And I'm just placing this. guys, my lashes though. Okay, wipe that off. Okay. All right, guys, and that is the end of this disastrous makeup. I'm just going to line my lip. I don't even know what I'm doing with this liner. Jesus.